Hey gang, I missed you so much. Why did I say I missed you so much? It's Colin, by the way, here to bring you a video today. So, let's talk. I think it's very apparent that I have been MIA in this channel. Of course, I've given you a couple of uploads, but in the past 3 months, I really haven't been here at all whatsoever. That's not to say I haven't been making audios. I have a second channel, that you can find either in my link tree or just on my channel listed as the second channel, that I've been uploading serialized content on pretty consistently, but even recently that one has been falling off a little bit as well. Simultaneously, I also have a Patreon that I have been uploading 2 audios on every single week, Thursdays and Fridays, and we may talk about that a little bit more later on in the video, but on this main channel specifically, I have been missing in action, and there are reasons for that. Before I get started even on talking about the reasons to get into those reasons, content warning, there will be mention of self-harm in this video, and there will be mention of death in this video. So, and I guess mental health issues also as well. So the reason why this update, because I've given you guys a bunch of updates before, but this update is the most personal one to me, and I hate when content creators attempt to mobilize their audience to favor them due to revealing personal information about themselves. I think that's really scummy. But I'm viewing this through the lens of I just want to be honest with you all because you all deserve honesty. And it is important to do that for you. And I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be doing any, there needs to be an explanation out there. So yeah. And also this will be very hard to get through for me because divulging personal information on the internet that is this deep is something I haven't done before. So, recently someone in my family who is not super close to me, but close enough, attempted to take their own life through a very gruesome method. I won't say what, but not a good one. Probably the most gruesome one you could imagine, in my opinion. And so that in itself didn't really super affect me. It naturally did make me not feel good, but it's something that I've witnessed where I have a strong gene of alcoholism in my family. And that's not good, right? That's not good at all. Me, personally, I don't drink at all. I just don't like the taste of alcohol, so I don't drink. But I've seen this pattern of people in my family that are close to me throw their lives away completely to the point where they're barely functional human beings. There's not much left upstairs at all. And it's almost just like they're waiting to die. They're not living anymore, they're just waiting to die. And I'm confident in the fact that I don't have the gene that would make me predisposed to alcoholism, because I don't have an addictive personality, and the people that in my family that were close to me that have done that do. And the reason why this didn't affect me as much is because, like, most of the people that I've cared about in my family have passed away at one point or another. So there's that. But this one got more to me psychologically, in an introspective way, because it made me truly look inside myself to see if there's like any bit of that visible in me and the actions that I take. And then I kind of started to spiral paranoia wise. And although I have spent 20 plus years not doing any of that, proving to myself that I'm not the type of person who would fall into that. It's hard to not when it's that close and that real and you see it. So I've kind of been having like, not an identity crisis, but like I've asked the people in my life that I care about, I said, do you think you could ever see me doing something like that? And they're like, obviously not. But I don't know. I like to use my mind as rationally as possible. I'm a very rational thinker. But when it comes to things like that I don't necessarily have control over, for example, I don't have a control over if that gene is inside me. I tend to like the rationality starts to slip out of my hands and I can't exactly control where my mind goes. And so that has been going on. Also, I don't have any form of long bovid, if you will. I won't say it because I don't know. I'm not monetizing this video, but I don't want it to be weird or anything like that. But if you noticed on the channel after I was sick, I don't know. I wasn't at the place. I was very, and I was experiencing this until maybe like December, very fatigued all the time. I had gotten to a place where my sleep schedule was great and I was pumping out videos and I was doing fantastic. And then it just did not continue to go well for me. I guess I could not do it, you know. It was very frustrating, and I think I finally worked myself into a place where I am able to be functional and have a sleep schedule that does lead to a fulfilling life. But it was really hard to get back on that horse. It was incredibly difficult. And so there's that. And also simultaneously, the channel kind of got screwed monetized wise. If you noticed in the videos that I made since basically like November-ish, I would say, hey, the channel isn't monetized because the channel wasn't monetized. All the videos that I were making were basically unable to make money. So in the near future, that should be taken care of. And I don't know, all of those things kind of came together to make a storm of, and also, by the way, winter. I live in the Midwest, and winter is a season. It is a season, and I thought that because I was in a place where I wasn't dealing with that for like 3 years, I was like, seasonal depression can't get to me anymore, and it absolutely did. But in a way that it wasn't like, oh my God, I want to hide away and not do anything. It was in a way of no, that's a lie. That's exactly what it is. It wasn't like, oh my God, I'm depressed about myself. It was just complete demotivation to do anything at all whatsoever. And that sucked really, really, really bad. So all of these things kind of came together. That is insane. I don't know what type of truck makes that much noise driving by, but sorry about that. And it's like 12:30, so it shouldn't even. So all those things came together to really put me in a place where because this channel specifically is, I like to go between 20 and 30 minutes, 15 minutes at least, completely improvised audios. And they aren't super difficult for me to make necessarily. Not trying to sound braggadocious or anything like that, but I need to have the motivation to make them. And if I just don't have that, I can't do it. But here's the good news. I am now. I was going to try and get to this point by January, but I needed another month to clear it up. So this is basically an announcement that we are so fucking back. We are so fucking back. Now, what do I mean by we are so fucking back? Starting the day after you see this, we are jumping back into daily uploads. I came up with a bunch. I had like a Jimmy Neutron brain blast of ideas for like the past couple of days. And I'm ready to get back on that wagon and start recording stuff more similar to the beginning of this channel. I'm not saying that I don't like the new stuff that I posted basically ever since I started improvising, but I would like to take the subject matter of the audios that I was making beforehand when I was writing all my scripts and combining that with the improv nature of my new stuff. So I'm excited to start getting back on the wagon with that. Daily uploads on this channel. I'm also going to be trying for daily uploads on the second channel. I will not be able to guarantee that, but if you would like to go over there, it's Colin's Corner Audios. It is wonderful. If you haven't discovered that yet, there are 3 whole series for you to watch over there. Like 3 entire series, about probably 10 hours or 9 hours worth of content. And we're starting on a new series that we're about like 3 episodes in on. So yeah, what that means. Also, the nightly notes are coming back. I realized that a big part of my passion for this is you all. I know that sounds like simple, and I know that I have acknowledged that in the past, but those daily interactions at the beginning were really just before COVID were what kept me going. They kept me going, and they made me happy, and they made me fulfilled, and it was wonderful to have you voting on what audios I was going to make, because then it made it feel more personal. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing those, and I'm going to go back into Twitch streaming. I cannot guarantee how often that will happen, but I am going to aim for at least twice a week, because that is probably the most fun I've had in the duration of when I made this channel to now with content creation. It was just so much fun, and it's a very safe space for everyone to exist in. That did exist in it. And I've gained a lot more followers since I started Twitch streaming, so it'll be nice to, get back on that horse again. Also, this is a big announcement that I want to put on here. It is about my Patreon. My Patreon, I am going to be starting a new series on my Patreon. I'm determining whether it will be every Thursday or every other Thursday. I'm not sure which. I have not decided on the title for this series yet, because I want it to be perfect, and I have not come up with that perfect title yet, but it will be a long-term project that will take at least a year, and it will be a 50-year epic grand scale timeline of a relationship between 2 people. You, the listener, obviously, and me, the speaker, and it will span from 1984 to 2034. I cannot tell you how excited I am about the series. I have done the research. I'm going to be molding my vocabulary, or at least cutting out my current lingo that I use, because as you all know, I'm a Rizzler, a yacht man myself. No, I'm joking, obviously. But music from the time, movies from the time, I'm immersing myself in the year that I'm going to be making it. So it'll be like one 20-minute audio from 1984 when they meet, and there'll be an age assigned with that, and then 1985, 1986, all the way to 2034. And I'm just so excited to do it. I think this is going to be the best project that I've maybe ever made on the internet ever. So if you want access to that, it will be starting this Wednesday, and you'll be able to get it for $5 a month on my Patreon, which is also in the link in the description. So that is what I have to deliver to you for this update. Finally, to cap it all off, I want to say how much I appreciate you all for continuing to tune into my stuff. You have absolutely no idea how much it means to me to have a potential career be made out of this, and for everyone sticking around during this period of time where I will not say I was at my worst, because I was definitely not at my worst, but as I was at my worst than I've been at for the past 3-4 years or so. So thank you. It really, 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 really means a lot to me, and I hope that I can make you all proud in the upcoming months. 2024 is going to be our year. We are going to take control of it. We might start. No, I don't know if I can say that, so I'm gonna not. But yeah, I appreciate you all so much. The first nightly notes will be out tonight. You will be able to vote on whatever video you want to see from me. I'll be updating you on if I'm going to have a Twitch stream the following day, and just giving you a little bit of insight on everything. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. All right. Bye.